Hey everyone, Miacidae here, welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. Today on the No Hope Estate, the plan has gone off the rails for a few reasons. So instead of leveling up the apprentices like I had originally planned at the ending of the last episode, we are going to be going to the Sunward Isles to level up a few veterans, maybe getting a few to champion levels. Now, there's two reasons for this. I went through the entire roster, checking to see which heroes I have installed, and checking the entire roster against the ones that we have installed to see which heroes were missing, and the only hero that hasn't been appearing at the stagecoach that we do not have in the roster is the Bowman. Then the only hero besides the Bowman that we do not have in veteran levels is the Flagellant. So I would like to be able to level those two up kinda together once we get them. So that being said, we are just going to do some veteran quests. I do have 3 veteran bosses left: the Alpha Crocodilian, the Fulminating Prophet, and the Sunken Crew. However, I don't really want any of these trinkets, so I figure by leveling other people up, I can maybe get a trinket I would want, and I do have groups set aside for them. So we won't be leveling anyone up in those groups today. So that being said, today's group is Practitioner, the Lawbringer. He will be hitting level 5 today because he's 1 resolve experience away. With him, we have the Gaze Justice trinket, upping his damage by 25%, upping his accuracy against anything below 50% by 12, bypassing guard if anything is below 50%, and minusing his max HP by 20%. However, once again, he is very tanky. And then just to add to his tankiness, because he will be tanking a lot of hits up front, we have the Twisted Spines. This ups his protection by 15% if his HP is above 75, 50, and 25%, giving him a grand total of 45 protection. However, if he does drop below 25% HP, he does take 15% more damage, and he does have 2 less speed. And then of course he does get the 2 whole action things, so we'll just use whatever he has when available. We then have Barristan the Man-at-Arms. He's going to be using Crush, Bellow, Retribution, and Bolster. For his trinkets, we have Issues Fortification. This is his Sunward trinket. This ups his protection by 15%. However, it does lower his dodge by 20. On being hit, he will mark himself, so once he uses Retribution to mark himself getting attacked more often, every time he's attacked it just refreshes that mark, and he does do 25% more damage while he's marked, and he does reflect 50% of the damage taken with this trinket. Then we have the Mirror Shield reflecting 50% more, so every damage taken he will reflect. He does take 20% more damage, so theoretically here, he takes 5% more damage. Not sure how that maths, but takes 15% less damage with protection, takes 20% more damage, and he has 40% more health with the Mirror Shield. Next we have Ronnie. She's another one who's going to be hitting level 5. Not sure how I'm going to be using her today. We're just going to be like base use with her skills. I do have the Finger Slayer Blade on her, so that's plus 2 speed, 100 armor piercing, minus 2 HP, and on attack hit, all enemies take 1 damage. And then I just threw the Ancestors map on her for scouting this time around. And finally, just because we are going to be going into the Sunward Isles, I'm bringing Finn the Practitioner, because a lot of his skills do extra stuff versus yokai, like Combusting Talisman here. This does plus 30% damage versus yokai. Otherwise, we have Invoke Enra. This is a main thing I'm going to be using. He can't be reposted if he uses this. This also lowers the accuracy of and healing received by the targets it hits, and it does plus 100% damage if Artifact of Fervor is in the inventory. And then we have Thoracic Remedy to cure any bleeds that happen. I have the Grifted Book of Secrets. I always want to say gifted, but this is the Grifted Book of Secrets. This gives him plus 15 accuracy on his range skill, so Invoke Enra is more likely to hit. He does minus 15% damage with all range skills. However, on crit, all heroes will cure, bleed, and blight. And then we have Enthrall Teru Bozu, so on attack hit, he'll debuff the targets to get more crits received as well. So let's have some fun here, just bring back what we can. I'm hoping for some more gold, but also maybe some Sunward trinkets if we can find that spider. Over here is hoping. I think I need this. I'm going to also bring some Omamori to hopefully turn into the major Omamori. And am I good on... No, I'm going to need Anti-Venom here. Otherwise, I do think I'm good. We'll see. Alright, well, obviously going to the left here. This is one of our lacquers for the quest.
A fortune, waiting to be spent.
And a fight. Hey, we got the Ravenous Icinator, the Flying Shark. So I am going to Quick Strike for the extra action here. I did hear something about this getting nerfed, but it doesn't look like it has been yet. And then let's minus the crit on the Isonade. And we didn't get that landing. At least it didn't hit us yet.
Festering fear consumes
Retribution
the mind.
on Barristan. Getting that lovely mark and riposte. Invoke Enra so they don't hit us.
Executed.
I probably should have put a plus debuff chance on him, but live and learn. Bad's the bleed. We can get rid of the bleed later. We are going to shove the Kefla. And then Swift... Not Ignis Ember takes out the Kefla. Or not. We tried. I can take out the Kappa with Quick Strike.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
And then transforming. And then just hitting the Isonade again, trying to make sure it doesn't crit us. It will actually hit us though, but it at least won't crit us. You know, that goes directly against what I'm trying to do with Invoke Enra. Maybe we don't use Frost Glint. Combusting Talisman. Let's just burn them down then. On the plus side, damage reflect and riposte then, but yeah, maybe we don't use Frost Glint. Crushing the Urier.
Exsanguination be considered a virtue.
Shoving. Okay. And then we'll just pass the turn. There's our Artifact of Fervor.
Trifling victory.
Grab the torch, light the torch,
Victory nonetheless.
take the deeds. We'll leave the commander's orders. I think we can stack the food. Use one of the food, take the gold. Alright. Default party order. You can search this. How do I want to use you then? If I use spells, I essentially have to use Azurian Nova. Otherwise, it's sword forms. Gotcha. Well, I can probably take out the spiders with Azurian Nova.
Another abomination.
That's gonna be a
cleansed from
bonus.
our lands.
So zap, and Spitter goes down.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Shoving a Hiki Crab. And Swift Justice.
Confidence
So I
surges as the
probably
enemy
am
crumbles.
benching the Lunar Princess after this one just because she is so absolutely strong.
Destroy.
I just did want to get her to champion levels for like emergencies, because I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to get through the we'll just carry in charge here. I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to get through the night parade, so she might come back into play there. But until the night parade, I don't see myself using her again.
Gaze.
Just because, once again, she is so strong, but she is... And part of that is the fact that she has Hot to Trot and Quick Reflexes, so, like, it is on the quirks that she is going to be going first, and her first turn is so strong. But Quick Strike, in of itself, is very strong if you have that go as a first action because it does base damage. So if you don't use that, she is a lot less powerful, but she is still potentially very powerful. Yeah, we don't take Miacidae. So Swift, Justice, and she's stunned. I think the fishy goes down.
Perhaps the turning point.
The one move that can actually hurt on the Uriye.
Devastating blow.
Yeah, we'll Retribution. Nah. Yeah, Retribution the Hiki. Then long arm the Uriye, trying to pull it forward. That is a no. And Swift Justice onto Crab, cracking it in half.
Give them no quarter.
Just Uriye left in the distance like a good ghost. The transform into Frostglint probably will take it out. Alright, there we go.
Success so clearly in view.
Is
it merely a trick
at
of
default
the
order?
light?
If I get enough Mon bundles, they're going to be worth a lot more than the gold. Let's go right here. I'll get this on the way back. I'm going to de-stress at that trap. Oh yeah, the Casa Obake is fast. I kind of forgot about that. Quick strike on Nozuchi, because I really don't like that thing when it's disease. Transforming.
Weakened.
I know Nova's powerful, but I really want that Nozuchi down, and we didn't even get it. But I really do not want the disease from this thing. Shoving it. Then we can Ignis Ember, getting the Casa Obake down. Get the stealth away. And then if I invoke Enra, that'll at least get the Uriye and debuff the Odoroshi. And then we Retribution it, so on its next turn it goes at Baristan. If it gets one. Alright, we are going to use that food to heal. Take the deeds. I think I have an Illustrious Incense. This is one of those things where I really wish you could have like a side panel to double check what you had back at the Hamlet. Because I would actually give something up if I didn't know if I knew I didn't have this. Because I am going to be using the Omen Seeker soon. And I'm not sure I have it, but I'm pretty sure I have it. And it's one of those conundrums where, like, I really want it, but I'm 90% sure I have it, and these are worth, everything here is worth more to me if I have it. I'll get rid of it. In the door, de-stress at the trap. Default party order. I used the wrong person for the trap. I wanted to de-stress Ronnie. Didn't get what I wanted, but we can at least take the herb.
Now it must be carried home.
Okay, so what's the path of least resistance here? If I go left, I do probably have to search these two rooms down here, then go up, search both of those, come back up, do these. If I go up, I do have to search these anyway. Yeah, we'll go up, because secret door. And I'd rather use my keys here when I know I need to. problem, once again, is what do I get rid of for what's in here? Yeah, we'll do that. Oh, we didn't even get an artifact. Okay.
Low on supplies.
So, I know I'm gonna need the anti-venoms. Don't get me wrong here. But we will get rid of those. And we'll get rid of the Laudanum, knowing I need the Laudanum for Blade Master. Or not Blade Master, there's a quirk that I can get in here, but it's not the greatest quirk for anyone here. But I brought those knowing that there was a quirk I could get. I'll point out the thing that you can get the quirk from, or at least I think it's what you need Laudanum for. Oh, I can't hit him. Carian Charge. Let's hit the Onabi.
Be gone, fiend.
Then Retribution on Shoguru. Invoke Enra, lowering accuracies. Getting plus crits received. We're going to shove, hoping to not push it, so I can Swift Justice on it. Hey, at least didn't give the riposts. I love that. And then it missed us. Ha ha ha. We're gonna Moonbequeaths. Shoguru down. We hurt the Irie. You're hitting the wrong one. Miss, you're hitting the wrong one. Bearstun's the one that's marked. Haunt him. Yes, good militia. I think you get... yeah, reflected. Alright, Retribution.
A powerful blow.
Retributioning a ghost just sounds wrong. Isn't the ghost the one that's supposed to Retribution you? Anyway, healing Bearstun here. We do want the Artifact of Faults here, actually, because... money. Normally the Practitioner gets benefits from the Artifact of Faults, but I actually did have to remove the fact of why the Artifact of Faults is good, and it actually looks like Artifact of Serenity doesn't even do much for me. It's just the Artifact of Fervor that's good. So... yikes. This is going to be one of those things where it's like, I can take money, or I can take heirlooms. So let's get rid of the deeds for the faults, and then the woodcuts. The keys are going to be super useful in the fact of, like, there are curios that they're useful for even in the hallways. I don't think the medicinal herbs are going to be as useful. So we'll get the mediocre woodcuts, knowing that those can stack up ridiculously. Alright, quest location and quest location. So I'm going to finish the quest up here, and then just explore the rest. Hopefully. Torch up. Ronnie, 105% chance to disarm, so de-stressing on her. I'll come back for that bag. And I'll come back for this. I just want to go all the way to the end. Torch through this, torch up. And this is a fight. Okay. So Ronnie hit the Oni, quick strike. And then I want you to Carian Charge and hit the Hiki Crab. I haven't even debuffed their accuracy yet, and they're missing me. Retribution hit the Oni. Shove hit the Oni. Ignis Ember probably takes Oni out, hits Yurie. And then Invoking Enera, lowering their accuracy. We're going to do Moon Bequeaths to hopefully take out Casa Obake. Also got Hiki Crab. And burn the Yurie.
Strike.
I mean, it was a ghost there, Finn. We did get the last artifact.
At least promises success.
Now, I'm halfway through, so what I could do is just Firewood, knowing I can get rid of that.
Gathered close,
take the artifact.
Tenuous firelight, and uneasy companions.
And get rid of some torches. Now we're gonna unearth the hidden, get another artifact. Night Watch to prevent nighttime ambush. Weapon practice for the damage. And instruction to make sure, or instruction on Pernicosis to up his speed because Night Watch lowers his speed. We'll do that.
The way is lit.
Now
The
taking the
path is
lacquer.
clear. We require
That stacks, thankfully. Going back. Last lacquer.
A handsome
Quest
reward
complete.
for a task
So we can
well
bail out anytime. It's always interesting when they're on like a single side of the map. Like, you'd think they'd be more spread out half the time. We can get a major Omamori out of this. Do I want to do that? I mean, yes, I want to stack them up. That was the whole point. So, Artifact of Fervor, we're going to get the major Omamori. We'll give up the bandages, knowing that I'm probably screwing myself. But I do want these for later. Torch up. Oh, there's another one. I want more. It's just, what are they worth? I suppose what we can do is just get the second one and give up the miners. And hope that I don't come across anything else that would provide majors, but I really don't have the inventory space to take more. Torch up again. Because these are some significant protection buffs against yokai for a few for 2 turns, on top of like buffs and minus stress received. And they might even be resistances against like stunning and stuff. I don't recall everything. So Bake Kujira, 100 health, 20 protection. They are very slow, but they can do quite a bit. On top of having a stressor that in their backline when they can stress. Thankfully, the Lunar Princess can bypass his protection. We're going to Karian Charge after that, and that's a good chunk of his health. I mean, part of that was due to a crit, but still. Alright, Invoke Enera, lowering their accuracy. We're going to need that if it goes off. We got the damage received and crits received, but not the lowered accuracy, so we're going to get the Retribution going. Long arming the Yuri before he has a chance to protect. And we're going to Swift Justice onto the Bake Kujira. So now he's going to use his turn to protect. Not do damage to us. Quick Strike to get rid of the block.
Well struck.
So he's only going to heal for 3. Karian Charge on him. Invoking Enra, lowering that accuracy. There we go. Shoving the Bakekujira. He has 8 health left. Yeah, we'll Swift Justice him.
The beast, the greater the glory.
And then I think it's just going to be a Retribution here because we can't do enough damage with Baristan in rank 3. Not going to take any of that. However, Ben, you have a key.
To the task's end.
I should have known it was a Mimic. Alright. Before it gets going, Quick Strike. And then we're gonna Karian charge it. Love the Hot to Trot crits. We're gonna... Yeah, minus its accuracy. Baristan can just move forward. Impaling. And Ad Mortem. So he still had those buffs from the Bakekujira.
Gnawing uncertainty. The birthplace of dread.
It has that repose, so I don't want to do double hits. Because our stun resistance is not great. So we're just going to Karian charge. Retribution for the riposte. We got stun, so he's about to take major damage. Invoking Enra. Lower that accuracy, so maybe we don't get hit. Kinda surprised he didn't go at Baristan there. Shoving. All in, no riposte.
Quirks.
Swift Justice. Go ahead and take him out, Ron.
Just size alone does not dissuade.
Hey, another Trapezohedron, another Artifact Fault. We're in the money here. 14,000 with the 2 Trapezohedrons. One of those was, or 3 of those are from Secret Room. Another 3,000 from the Artifact Vault. That puts us at 17,000 if I can math. 21,500 from the Artifact of Fervor. On top of the other stuff we got. Alright, let's go up. Vault party order. Torch through this. Torch up. Hunger check. Gotta be a little careful with these torches. If I scout, I'll probably be safe, but I don't know what this obstacle is. And I might need to save a torch for it. Okay, another hunger check. Then check the bag. Serenity, food, onyx. We'll leave the journal. Yeah, we can just go in here for now. Because I'm pretty sure I could have a straight shot down to... we didn't scout this hallway. But only 2 tiles to actually check, and it's the Collector. Hi, buddy. I need to really learn to shut my mouth. Well, quick strike. Transform. Despite me not wanting to use it, we're going to Frostglint you. Combusting Talisman would do 5 to 10. Higher crit rate if I do this. I'm probably not taking him out, is the problem here. I have turn 2. So we'll go for the crit with a Bustling Gale. That was not a crit, but did debuff him. Retribution just for the Riposte for later. That way they're more likely to go at Baristan to get the Reflect and the Riposte. We're going to long arm the Collector, hoping to bring him in. Not exactly where I wanted him, but I can still add Mortem him. Ronnie goes. Gonna transform. Quick Strike. And that's a wasted turn. Oh, I thought it was a wasted turn. Transforming back. Adrian Nova. Blast him to bits. He comes forward again. Everyone can hit him. Combusting Talisman. Bonk. And Reflect. You're down, buddy. Crush the Collector. He's down.
As the ghoulish
Bye-bye. See you later.
the rats prepare to feast.
A 5th Trapezohedron. Oh. That really does not happen often. We can use a key on this. Give woodcuts, give mon bundles, give artifact defaults. So, okay, this is a shovel. And I'm still wondering what that obstacle is there, but... Okay, hunger check.
And now, the darkness holds dominion.
We can go to the
Black
next
is
room.
death.
That would just be plus stress relief received, I think. Alright, so we can go to the obstacle and pretty much be fine. And just get the last few curios in treasure room. Hunger check again, heal up. That's why I keep the food. 2 hunger checks left. Really, I did not run into the
Beyond measure,
weird thing.
awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Alright, we'll leave these. I'm not sure if I need the torch or the shovel for this obstacle. Could have gotten an Omamori out of this. So the reason I had brought the Laudanum earlier in the episode was because there is like a crying woman type curio that you can find in the hallways. I'm not sure if this curio will be it or not. And I think it's Laudanum that you use on her. And you can get a really nice quirk off of her that I think what it technically gives is you gain +1 flat damage for every 33 stress you have on that hero, up to a maximum of +3 stress at 90, or +3 damage at 99 stress. So, like, once you afflict or your virtue gets to 99 stress, again, you get that +3 damage.
Be wary.
Okay, I'm just gonna get rid of the Jade for the Omamori here.
Seeing fall.
That way I can get Omamori here and have... Oh, the Omamori stack. I was not... It might be because he stacks the Omamori. I was not thinking on that. Anyway, so that's why I had those. Is I was thinking I could get that quirk, which could be nice, but realistically, no one here really needs it. This is a haul. Like, this is a haul. There's nothing in here, right? Okay. Holy cow. So 6,750 gold reward, 3 buffs in the Shadow Dance Mask for the Uncrowned. which is plus 20% damage, 2 speed. On kill, you change your mode to cloaked, but you do get minus 20% max HP. I did bring 3 more busts back home, so that's 3 busts, or 6 busts total. And then 38,910 gold worth of collected treasure. For a grand total of... I'm just busting out a calculator here, folks. $45,660 gold. Like, that many trapezohedrons was just unnecessary. Usually when I go out with the Practitioner, I get more artifacts. So I'm kind of surprised I only got this few. But that was way made up with the fact that I got this many trapezohedrons. And also I'm kind of surprised I didn't get that many Mon bundles or woodcuts, and I didn't get a single Koban. Which is kind of interesting. So Pernicosis and Ronnie hit level 5. I was actually kind of surprised Finn hit level 5, but I wasn't paying attention to his experience going into this. And Barristan didn't even hit level 4. We did get Dipsomania on Finn and Compulsive on Pernicosis, so both of those need to go. I got 25 Sunward seals, which are used for this.
I could not look.
Ooh, I'm not sure if I want to get the red seal ship, which are like for mark damage if I remember correctly, or if I want to save up for the Ryokan, which is more idle stress relief. I think I want to save up for the Ryokan. So we're going to go to the Sanitarium, get rid of Compulsive, Ronnie, not Ronnie. But can we lock in Blade Master? We could technically lock in Blade Master if we wanted to. Finn. We're going to get rid of Dipsomania. And might as well look for someone else to get something rid of later. At the Stagecoach. Still no Bowman. Still no Bowman. Why do you forsake me? Why must I be forsaken? Nothing interesting here at the Nomad Wagon. Ooh. So I was just thinking to myself before this episode, it might be interesting to use the Legion as a ranged hero again in this estate. And then the correct mask here pops up for the Legion if I go to the Crocodilian. Minus 5 accuracy, plus 14 crit. However, on ranged attack hit, buff self for plus 5 accuracy per enemy alive, and on attack crit, buff self for plus 10 accuracy. It's like the game's reading my mind. So I think I have to go get the Alpha Crocodilian down and see what an Alpha Crocodilian is. Also, those Crocodilians, they are following an Alpha. Go hunt it. Watch out, this might cause the lesser Crocodilians to hunt me down. It's not like I haven't been hunting them. I think it's time for them to get revenge. Okay, so that's going to be the plan for next time. I'm going to go get me some Alpha Crocodilian meat. I have a plan. It's a stupid plan, but I have a plan for this thing. I'm not sure it's going to work because I've never fought an Alpha Crocodilian. Or at least if I have, I 100% do not remember it. And we'll go from there because I really want that trinket. I am not seeing anything else around that even adds up to what that might be. Like, there are other good trinkets around, but nothing can add up to that. So I think it's time to go fight the Alpha Crocodilian. I'm also kind of interested. It's kind of surprising to see that, like, Wolves at the Door has not happened with how many level 5s I have now. So, I don't know, but I'm waiting for that to pop. And when that does pop, I will have to address that, like, immediately. So, that might throw a wrench into our plans soon, but we'll see. So, we have a plan. I'm going to execute it. And, yeah. So, we'll see where this goes. But I plan on having some fun. So, that'll be the plan for next time. We'll see where this goes, because I'm not sure this is going to go well. Especially with how half-cracked my plan is, but, you know, half my plans always are. So, that'll do it for this time. Like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz, and otherwise, as always, I wish you all well. I'll see you next time, and please, have a good one.